Hello friends. Oh my gosh, I look... Oof! That was a quiet cry. Welcome to pre-Worldwide Writeathon. It's currently 10:30. My first stream is at midnight. I have not attended any of the ones previous because I was relaxing and trying to sleep and failing miserably. Oh no. Which leads me into this update, which is that I'm going to be taking a caffeine nap really quickly since it's 10:30, which is essentially I'm gonna chug a caffeine drink, probably a Coke, and then sleep for 25 minutes, wake up, do some stretches, like maybe some yoga for like a half hour, and then get ready for the writeathon, to my stream of the writeathon to actually begin, which is at midnight. I'm with Devesha, so let's get some Coke, not real Coke, but you know, let's get some Coca-Cola and see if I can manage to do this because I have a 2:30 stream, 2:30 a.m. I'm on 3 streams this time. Yeah, so I'm on at midnight, 2:30, and 9:30 a.m. on Sunday. So yeah, this is gonna be a really long time. I'm gonna hopefully try to get my summaries and my reread of The Wrath King done, and if I do, I'm going to work on my romance thriller that I haven't really talked about, and I won't really talk about besides the fact that I'm writing it, because am I embarrassed by it? Absolutely, but it's still a project I'm working on, so we'll see how this goes. You're going to be brought along with me the entire way, so I hope you're ready for some chaos. It's going to be absolute madness. Also, don't judge me, these are delicious. And this was our last Coke that I saw. I think there's a couple more, but I'm gonna chug this, so let's see how this goes. Okay, Coke has been consumed. It's now time to turn off the light. And my 5 cookies were consumed. I ate 5 of the cookies. And now it's time to sleep for 20 minutes. Before I wake up and do a yoga with Adrian moment, just to get the body warmed up. Okay, 20-minute nap, let's go. Okay, so I know the lighting's atrocious and the sound probably is too, but I took off my makeup. I'm going to reapply a little bit. I put my laundry in and I just cleaned up my space a little bit. I'm gonna make my bed and drink this entire water and get another one in the 30 minutes until my stream starts with Great Bride. I'm gonna try to be a lot healthier this writeathon because the last 2 I've had massive burnout on. It's just been not a great time, and I think my body and me in general has not looked forward to it because I know it's gonna be a massive strain on me. If I can manage to keep my body healthy-ish in the next 4.5 hours, 5 hours, not that bad. I think last time too, I signed up for a 10 o'clock stream and then I streamed again at 2 and then again at 4. Or no, it was 3, I remember, because it was daylight savings time last time. Anyway, I'm gonna finish getting ready, doing my prep for my first stream. And I need to make my bed so I'm not tempted to fall back into it, because I am tempted, very tempted. Oh Lord, friends. Oh Lord. It's been a time. We've literally only been streaming for 19 minutes. Not even 19 minutes. Grape's internet decided that it did not want to work as soon as we started, essentially. Not as soon as we started, before we could even get live. And so we're panicking. Wallace calls Devesha and is like, I signed into Devesha's StreamYard. I'm currently sitting on her StreamYard. As the host. So I'll be hosting for 4.5 hours straight, essentially. She is currently with us, but her internet is still struggle busing, so it's gonna be an experience, to say the least. We're in our first sprint. It's a time. This is an experience. Anyway, I redid my face. I put my hair up. I got ready. I pulled up my stuff. And now I'm vlogging instead of writing, so I'm gonna get to writing and hope that this is not a disaster. So I really wasn't expecting to be hosting right now. I wanted to co-host. I'm not a big fan of hosting, and I already hosted one stream today. I hosted our stream this morning for the Troublemakers, so we're gonna see how this goes. I will keep you updated. You're gonna get a lot of this angle and a lot of me being crazy and wild, so I'm gonna get back to writing, or rereading.
Yeah, I just want you to wait for me. Yeah, I really wanna be. I just really wanted to be with you. But wait, how did you get away now? Hey, I'm just trying to keep up with the pace now. Say, how did you get away now? Babe, please don't push me away now. time we spoke, you told me.
Okay friends, I realized I have not really updated you on what I'm actually working on. I'm currently working on summaries for the Wrath King. I'm just like really struggling with my brain today. My brain's not cooperating. I'm almost done with part 2 of the Wrath King summaries and doing some comments. I think I'm gonna just finish part 2. I have one more chapter, chapter 21. It is a pretty long chapter, so hopefully I can read it during my sprints and get it done, and then I can do some work on my Nora Roberts ripoff thriller romance. Yeah, I then have 10 more chapters in part 3 and 4 chapters in part 4. So I only have 14 chapters. I'm over halfway through with the manuscript, doing my comments and my summaries, and then probably tomorrow at some point I'll try to catch as many streams as I can, and I will try to do more stuff with that. My brain's just like really not functioning, which is really bad because I have to host a stream.
'Cause I know I should be giving up.
I'm just gonna go throw myself off a bridge. I'm dramatic.
And I know that we'll do it again, so lay me down on the floor. Can't stand one more night up in your bed. Yeah, you know my hand, but it's not meant for you. It's a game we play where we're both gonna lose. I know what they say, she should walk away, telling me it's just.
Okay, so I look a little wild. It's fine. Oh my god, why won't my music stop? Oh my gosh, this has been such a wild ride. We're currently streaming on my channel. I love doing this. I just love everyone in this community. But got some popcorn, got some coffee, got some water. I'm feeling much more awake. I did a 11-minute like wake up yoga routine, and now I'm going to do chapter 21 of the Wrath King. It's just gonna be super fun. I just love doing this. I really do. It's like, it's such a struggle sometimes trying to get my internet to cooperate, but I'm going to be switching to my hotspot on my phone. So I have to go get my charger for my phone so my phone doesn't die and then I just crash out of the stream, which would be bad because that's not what I should do. No shade to Devasia, but like, just kidding. Anyway, that's my update for right now. I'm just like trying to fight through like this fog that's been in my brain the last several months, and trying to engage fully with what's happening right now. It's just difficult with my internet struggling and my brain struggling. I will see you guys later. Okay, so my stream is finished. That was so amazingly fun. We ended up only doing 2 sprints, which I know, but it ended up being 50 minutes of sprinting. And I think it actually ended up being, I just threw myself out, but I think it actually ended up being slightly longer than that because my timer was not working for some of it because my internet was being crappy and weird and chunky. I don't know. I'm too tired. It's like almost 5 a.m. So I'm gonna get to bed. Tomorrow I'm going to probably get up and do some work, and around 11 I'm going to a farmer's market with my mom, so I'll bring you along for that. Yeah, I had a lovely time. It was wonderful talking to Tosh, Vale, Miranda, Caitlin, and Marta. They're just so amazing. Gosh, like, it's just wild. I love our little community. I love our chats. I love everything, and everyone in the comments was so amazing and awesome, and it was just so fun. Now I'm going to get actually into bed and go to sleep because I'm so tired. Not so tired, but like, I know if I don't go to sleep now, I'll be regretting it later. I'm looking forward to being a co-host on Caitlin's channel on Sunday. I'm going to get into bed. I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning, friends. It is currently 10:40. I've slept till 10:20, 10:30. Oh. 5 hours of sleep, and I'm feeling pretty good actually. I don't feel that bad. I don't feel that terrible. I'm gonna get ready because I have to go to I don't have to, but I'm going to the farmer's market with my mother. So I'm getting ready. I'm gonna get ready, and then we're gonna go, and then I'm gonna come home and do more writing because that's the point of this vlog. Let's get ready. Oh, I need some coffee. Okay, so I'm ready to go. This is the fit for the day. Just black, oh god, you can't. Just black leggings, a white t-shirt. I'm all monochromed out. I have my black lightning necklace, a black mask. I am fully vaccinated, so, and it's gonna be outdoors and open, and I am gonna be wearing a mask, so don't worry. Being as safe as I can, even though I am fully vaccinated, I will still continue to wear a mask and socially distance because that's still important. But yeah, I'm gonna head out now and you're coming with me, so let's get out. But first, I forgot my headphones because I can't go anywhere without music. I'm gonna be walking because I can. And it's a gorgeous day, it's like 80, but I did not shave my legs, so I can't wear short. Anyway, grab my headphones. Good morning. It's the last day of the writeathon. I have not done much. Didn't do much yesterday since I've updated you. Didn't do anything really. But today I'm on Caitlin Ash's stream and I'm very excited about it. But I'm really tired and just not feeling my best. So we're gonna see how much I can get done and what I can actually get done. I need to find my glasses. There they are. I'm not wearing any makeup besides highlighter and blush. Both are cream products. So here we go. The stream with Caitlin starts in 15 minutes. Which I'm excited about. Pop my headphones in and probably watch the chat stream for 15 minutes before we start. There we go. So. This next section is going to be about mental health and talking about adult things. So if that's not your jam, I'll see you next week. If this is something you're interested in or you've been thinking about recently, you've come to the right place because I'm going to be discussing my mental health, some things that have been happening to me, not happening to me, that makes it sound like something happened. Nothing happened. It's actually the lack thereof that's been the problem. So I'm going to be talking a little bit about my mental health and a little bit about this write-a-thon because this is what this vlog was. So adult content to come, hence the bump. First, just to give some context, I'm going to be reading a post from my favorite author of all time, V.E. Schwab, that she posted several weeks ago now, I think a week or two ago. That basically sums up how I've been feeling, and so I'm going to read it to you and pop it onto the screen. This was on her story. We talk about writing books. We talk about the highs and lows of the creative process. But we don't often talk about the wasteland between projects. The grim fog that can roll in after you finish one thing, but yet to disappear into another. People often tell me to rest, to relax, to take a break. But the truth is, I'm only happy when I'm working. When I wake up every day knowing the shape of the mountain I'm moving, the number of stones I hope to lift that day. Whenever I'm not lost in my work. I'm just lost. That's the discussion for the day, because that fully encapsulates how I've been feeling recently. I've just been really struggling with my mental health, and I think my physical health is a factor of that. I have been getting a lot more headaches than usual. I've been sleeping a lot more. I also think it's the change in season. Summer does not make me happy. I think I have like reverse seasonal affective disorder. Wherever it gets hot, I basically just like shut down. It's just been really slow in my mind. I feel really distant. I feel really lost. I feel very empty, like I'm reaching for something, but I'm not quite sure what I'm reaching for, and every time I grasp something, it's never right. So I made a couple of videos about Project Eclipse, and I talked about working on Project Eclipse, and trust me, I love that project. I will one day write it, but I think I'm trying too hard to start a new project, to throw myself fully into a new project, because I do hate being in this wasteland between them. Luckily, right now I'm working on the Wrath King, but it's not a draft. I'm not drafting anything. If anything, I feel like I'm just... It isn't as satisfying to talk about working on this draft of the Wrath King and revision as it is to actually write something, to actually draft something, to actually feel like I'm accomplishing words and creating a story. Revision is not for me. I don't like revision, but it's a necessary evil that I know I have to do, and the story will overall be better for it. And so I'm not saying I can't get away with not doing revision, essentially. But that doesn't mean that it makes my mental health feel any better. I've also been dealing with, and I know a lot of other author tubers have talked about this in the past, I know I'm not the first and I probably won't be the last, but as I get closer to querying, I feel this really immense pressure to succeed, and it's not on anyone else, it's an entirely internal pressure that is happening inside of my old noggin up here, where I want to succeed so badly because this is a career that I want so much that it's just like feels like self-sabotage at points, because if I never jump into the query trenches, I can't fail in the query trenches. If I never get there, I never have to deal with the aftermath of potentially failing. And it's not that I don't believe in this book and I don't believe in the Wrath King. It's just the thought of failing with this book that I love so much and I've poured so much of myself and my heart and my soul and my ability into, and then having it fail for X, Y, and Z reasons, maybe even reasons that aren't in my control. It feels unbearable, and I'm worried that if I do fail in the trenches, which I'm not saying I will, but if I do, I'm afraid of the spiral and the backlash that would come from that, especially because I've been feeling this way in my head where I feel like I don't have something to move on to. And that's essentially the problem, is every time I try to move on to another project, it's never the same or never enough compared to the Wrath King. And I know everyone says that's the number one writing advice when you're going to query. Work on a different project. Have something else to grasp on. Do other things while you're querying. Don't worry about the project that you're querying, because statistically, it's unlikely you are going to be a unicorn and get an agent on your first query round with your first book. Like, it's possible, but again, don't put all your eggs in that basket. And like, intellectually I know this, but emotionally I'm struggling with the idea that this book may not be my debut, or may not get me an agent, or may not even sell if I get that far. It's just the fact that I haven't been able to find a project to submerge myself into and know that I can come back to this project to work on it for it to be my lifeline while I'm putting my baby out there is terrifying to me. And I think that's the biggest problem, is I keep thinking about the Wrath King, and it really consumed my every waking thought. The other problem is one that I've had before, where I feel like I'll never have another good idea, like this is the only good idea I'll ever have, and it's the only book I'll ever be able to write, which just simply isn't true. Like that's not how creativity works, that's not how brains work, that's not how I work. I have the Eclipse project, I have my witch book, I have my vampire book, I have a whole bunch of other books, but they're not the Wrath King, and I know it's ridiculous to say that, and it's ridiculous to put all those eggs in that basket, but the Wrath King has really become an emotional crutch for me, and I'm afraid of what will happen if that emotional crutch fails and I have to basically reassess what I want to do next year, because I really am putting all of my effort and thoughts and work into making the Wrath King as good as it can, so it hopefully doesn't fail in the query trenches, and I can't control that. I can't control whether it fails or not. I can't control whether it works out, or I get an agent, or I get sold, or, it could be years. And feelings like this are just debilitating. They make it really hard to write, they make it really hard to work on things, they make it really hard to do anything. And it really sucks, because writing is my everything. It's what I do when I'm sad. It's what I do when I feel like this. But it's the cause of this thing, so what do? I don't have any answers. I don't have any ideas. I don't have anything to tell you. It's just the reality of being a creative and wanting to make this job work and wanting to be a creator and be this person on the internet and putting yourself out there on the internet. And, you know, I've mentioned that I'm going in the querying journey. Like, that is only natural for me. Like, that's what my goal is to move forward with, is to be a traditionally published author, and to do that I have to query. I've already decided that I'm not going to be making querying vlog. Like, I'm going to be making a querying vlog, but inevitably it's going to be just for me. And then after the experience, I can share it, hopefully. You know, whatever I've learned, I can share, and I already know this. So there's not that pressure from having to perform for AuthorTube, because the thing is, everyone knows how fucking difficult it is to get traditionally published. Like, that is not a secret. It's the idea that I could internally fail, and what that will do, and what failure does, and the fear of failure because of what I'm afraid my mind will tell me because it's looking for it, which is a really dark thing. And I didn't mean to go this dark when I have my Katie After Dark section, but here we are. That's what we're here for. I don't know. All I know is that my content may change, may become different. I may do different things. If you've been wondering why there hasn't been a vlog on my channel, this is essentially why. It's been really hard to quantify all these feelings and thoughts into a succinct way, and I don't even think I've done it correctly here, but I was thinking about it during the writeathon, especially because, you know, late night thoughts become anxiety and depression soup, so that I then consume and think about for days on end. I think I've just really been struggling with the idea of not getting what I desire most in the world on this try, and there's a high likelihood that I will not succeed this time, and I'm unsure of what my mental reaction to it will be, because intellectually I know I'll get over it. I have been rejected a ton of times. I have been told that I can't do it. I've been told all these things throughout my entire life. Like, everyone has, I feel like, at some point had the experience where they have not done as well as they could have, or they just didn't get there, or they didn't make it, or, you know, were rejected, and all these kinds of things. I've dealt with it so much, but I think it's the fact that I feel like I'm standing on a ledge, and when I send out those queries and I jump off, and when I step off, I don't know what kind of water I'm gonna hit. Am I going to hit successful water, but it's still gonna be rocky because then I have to go on submission, and who knows? That's a whole other round of things I can't control that might cause a, you know, depressed spiral. Or will I hit water that is failure and I won't know what to do? Will I hit water that means that the Wrath King failed in the trenches and that I have to revise or try again, and or just shelve the Wrath King for a while and try something else? And that's the point that I'm terrified of, because I don't have at the moment anything that's lighting my soul on fire like the Wrath King did. Everything just feels subpar and secondary when it comes to that book, because it is truly the book of my heart. To fail with that is going to be hard to deal with. I can deal with it, don't worry, but it's not going to be pleasant. So those are just some thoughts that are swirling around my head at the moment. Thank you for joining me on this After Dark segment of Thoughts with Katie after a vlog, because I really haven't been vlogging much. I haven't been talking much to the camera, just because vlogs have to be this kind of off-the-cuff thing, which is why I didn't script this segment. But all the other videos I put out recently have been scripted. I've put in what I wanted to say, and I've been able to deliver it. You know, they're less full of feeling, they're less full of journey moments, where this feels kind of like a journey moment, which is why we have the mood lighting. Thank you for joining me after dark, and good luck, my friends.